What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. Today we got to talk about Coach Prime in this report leaked by Keyshawn Johnson on Undisputed today. Talking about coaches have been conspiring against Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes. You only have like 3 teams to look to at this point, right? TCU, Colorado State, Matt Rhule and them at Nebraska. So he's saying that coaches were passing around information to make sure an overmatched Oregon team had a competitive advantage against them. Now, it's not uncommon for teams to send their own scouts to a game, to watch your team play live and, come back with a report. That's been going on forever. My thing is when coaches start passing information around, that becomes, I don't know. It's like, I can't beat them, so can you beat them for me? And Prime, it looks like right now coaches are coming together to make sure he fails because they need him to not be able to recruit at the level that he's recruiting at right now. He's in the process of taking some commits from some of these teams to join Colorado because they, if they ain't signed their letter of intent yet and they wait until the spring or whatever, or waiting for the late fall period or whatever it is, it's coming up in November, right? Where they can sign with their college. So those guys just have verbal commits. And that anybody that's just got like some verbal commits right now from players, they're not too confident about the way things are trending with Coach Prime. So they're sharing information. They're giving intel about the team. And it wouldn't shock me if it's Matt Rhule and Jay Norvell and the TCU coach, already said that the coordinator at TCU had issues with Shador in the past. So check out what Keyshawn Johnson had to say.
This is his first year at the Power 5 level. This is his first year. They're 3-1. We can't sit up here and act like it's all doomed, it's over with, they'll never win another game. That's not true. They played against an Oregon team that is better. There's a better football team.
Bo Nix played.
And you mentioned
Bo Nix played well.
You were talking about the jealousy and the way picking these coaches and how Deion got there. This is interesting you said that. I didn't want to interrupt you. I wanted to let you finish. So I spoke to somebody in the coaching fraternity right after the game. And they know some people that coach at Oregon. And they was telling me, they said, man, I've never heard from another assistant coach of how much information was being given to that staff about, I'm being real with it, about game planning against Colorado so they can beat them.
Well, everybody
was stacked. They was
stacking.
That's the reality of it. I ain't making this up. No. I ain't going to disclose no names, but y'all know who I'm talking about if you watch it. So,
right here.
All right.
So it's not like we have a bunch of teams we have to pull for. We don't have to guess too hard who this is. I mean, we have a small selection of people that it can actually be, right? He's obviously not going to speak this way about USC Trojans, as he's an alum and he's still close to the university. And 2, they haven't played him yet. So they don't have any intel. But Jay Norvell and the way that thing went, and then you had Matt Rhule, all these people talking prior to the season, the way they were talking about Coach Prime and the way they've made it personal. These guys came together to make sure another coach won a game against a team they couldn't beat. And this is what Coach Prime is up against. The only chance they have to recruit at a high level is for him and his coaching staff and his players to come up short and look underwhelming and make it look like it's just pie in the sky and it's not a system that's going to effectively, first and foremost, get you to the NFL and be able to compete for championships or college football playoff spots. And unfortunate for them, that's not how the elite talent is judging them right now. These people that they're recruiting, the Bryce Underwoods, Dallas Wilson, who's also committed to Oregon, There's another commit that's supposed to be visiting Boulder very soon. Another 5-star wide receiver, along with Dallas. What's his name? Dallas Wilson. Is that what I just said? Dallas Wilson, and another 5-star. I just saw it today. They're not judging Colorado off of wins and losses. They're seeing how these guys are able to play and how they're able to come in and help their team out. And the linemen, they're licking their chops because you have some of the elite defensive tackles, the elite guards, the elite ends. They're just looking at that team like, man, I could be playing right away when I get there. I don't have to sit on the bench in college. I can get to my NIL money fast. Like, they're looking at everything like this. And so Prime being 3-1, he's already kind of won. It's too late. Take your shots on him this year. Beat him. You know, you guys will be the superior team this season and maybe some next season. But he's already winning the recruiting game. You know, they show that they can win some games with, I don't want to say incomplete roster, but a less than stellar roster, a less than standard roster of what he wants to bring in. So they just going to have to eat this, man. They're going to be able to pass all the information around they want in the future, and it's not going to matter. So Dan Lanning, when he was speaking and he was going in like he was going in, he was really speaking for Jay Norvell and others who's been calling him, hitting him up, telling him stuff. You know, that's crazy to me, though. It's not even like Jay Norvell was his ex-assistant or nothing like that. You know, these guys are just conspiring to beat one coach. As long as he don't win, we all win. And that seems like the mentality with Coach Prime right now. And everybody feels threatened. You know, Nick Saban and these guys are trying to act like they not hating, and you know, he was just saying something one time, but he's sitting back and nobody might not be smiling harder than he is. He's one of those guys that, you know, he acts like him and Deion is over whatever that was last year, but he's probably clapping the loudest when he loses. You know, these type of people, you know, and he's doing commercials with him and everything, but he loves nothing more than Deion Sanders losing. Make no mistake about that. So Prime, man, this is just more fuel. He said he keep all the receipts, and he definitely need to keep this one. And he know Key wouldn't lie to him or lie about nothing like that. So I know he believes it, man. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.